Hey, everybody. Welcome to Choose Love Awareness wrapping up a month of the power of the ripple effect. This is so exciting. What a celebration. Someone said that this is our 10th annual Choose Love Awareness Month. And I'm not sure if that's 100% accurate, but that is pretty amazing for all you educators. It started as Social and Emotional Learning Awareness Week. And that was Choose Love, actually, that started that. And that was way back when. That was probably 10 years ago. And then that got taken over by an organization called SEL, for the number 4 US, which I worked with as well. They started doing the proclamations and everything. And I thought, okay, well, if they want to do that, then we will have Choose Love Awareness Month, the awareness of choosing love. So, so excited that you guys are here and with me tonight. Looks like we have some Choose Love folks. We have Alicia from Hillsboro. We have Julianne from Arkansas, Jan from Connecticut, Betsy from California, Lori from Connecticut, and maybe Rick from New Mexico, April from New Mexico. Wow, and I am actually in Florida right now. So I am at a corrections conference in Sandestin, Florida. Sorry, everybody. It's absolutely gorgeous here. And it also happens to be where I came every year to visit my grandmother. So I'm having memories, even though it wasn't in Sandestin, it was in Destin, but beautiful beaches. I don't know if anybody's ever been here. Absolutely gorgeous. And we are embarking. Shannon Desolets is here. She's the New Hampshire ambassador, and she is downstairs right now at a cocktail party talking with a whole bunch of people from across the country that are corrections oriented, which is really, really exciting. I'm saying this, by the way, because we're all family here. And Dee Dee, good to see you from New Hampshire. We're represented all over the country. Hi.
Sorry, I'm making my dinner, but I'm here.
Well, I just now figured out that I am an hour earlier than I normally an hour earlier. So I would have completely missed the whole thing had somebody not mentioned that while I was downstairs. So I just ran up. But so good to see you. And since we're just family here and there are no other outside educators, Alicia, just with Alicia in Hillsboro. And as I was texting out to everybody about the time, how is it? And I called it Choose Love Heaven. I'm always in Choose Love Heaven when I'm there. They have done such an amazing job. And Alicia, you want to share a little bit? I mean, it's one thing coming from me, but it's another thing coming from you about our time together. You guys made the most of it in a very creative way. I loved that. And we had a community event one year, and I remember we were kind of wondering who was going to come, and you know, turned out that it was so successful that the Chamber of Commerce purchased the cell phone pings to find out where all these people were coming from. And they came for Shane Alicia's Choose Love event in Hillsboro. And then right before our parent night last week, I think there were 3 families sitting in a big cafeteria room. And I just remember saying, and I believe this, whoever shows up is meant to be there and meant to hear the message. And it was 15 minutes before the start. So who knew, right? Ah, standing room only, packed, so packed. And actually they opened up the whole school. They had changed the names of the hallways to the character values in the formula, and they had all this stuff going on. It was so fun. I didn't even get around to all of it. Food, churches brought food all over the place. It was just absolutely amazing.
Was. I mean, you said it all. I mean, it was a wonderful day. It was a blessing having you there. We had the pleasure of Scarlett visiting our elementary first and having lots of different activities and assemblies there for her, and the kids performed and did some songs, and it was wonderful. And I think that you got to go into some classrooms there as well. And then at the intermediate school, she came over and we decided to have it a little bit smaller this time, smaller groups, and met one grade level at a time. And it was such a blessing to our kids. They have talked about it every single day since. And especially my youth Choose Love ambassadors. You took a picture with them on the stage, each grade level, and I printed those out for them, and it's just a treasure that they have because that day was really special to them. And anyway, we had a wonderful time, and just cannot ever thank you enough for coming and talking with our families. You always, make a bigger impression than we ever can do, by talking with them, or the pamphlets and calendars and everything we send home. That's always great. But whenever they hear it straight from you, and you had a powerful message for the families that night. And
Yeah,
and I mean, I felt like it was very powerful the way that you were able to speak to our classes and to each grade level. I really appreciated the way that you talked in real language with them, the language that we use in our lessons, and whether it be with sixth grade that was a little bit more serious, and then our fourth grade. But you made a huge impact that day, and I'm really thankful.
that was such an amazing idea because most, usually, and it's been over the course, since we've started. I know, I know everybody wants me to speak to kids. And I love speaking with kids, but I have noticed recently that it's harder to hold their attention.
Mm-hmm.
And even in schools that are staunchly choose love, it's
Yeah.
just like I get more nervous talking to kids than I do adults. And I know that it's important, and I know that some are very moved by it. And I think it's kind of hard for me too to see the change in the kids and to see um the pain in some of them. I don't know. But the way that you did it, Alicia, by having them ask me questions, and they were the kids' questions, and they were so well thought out. Like if you could add another character value to the formula, what would you add? Um, wow. And I've never been asked that question before, believe it or not.
Yeah.
And I mean, they were very thought provoking. I really had to think, and the questions were very in earnest. And they actually prompted some memories for me. And so I shared a few stories from them. Um, how did you get the colors from in the logo? What were some other ones, Alicia? They were so good.
Um, Of, uh, of course, our sixth graders were very curious about Jesse and wanted to know more about him. The fourth graders are the ones that had the really thought-provoking questions, like another piece of the formula, if you were to add that.
Mhm.
They were very curious about how many schools that you had been to, how many schools around the world that Choose Love is within. Um, what were some other questions that were?
I know what my favorite one was. My favorite question was when they asked me, what's your favorite thing about Choose Love? And
Mhm.
I said, you all are, each and every one of you, my absolute favorite thing, just to see these little faces and to be around them and to know all the goodness that they're getting, through you and Shay, Alicia, and your other absolutely incredible teachers. I mean, that just care so deeply and so much and go so way above and beyond. It was just absolutely a great experience.
It was a wonderful experience for us too. I mean,
Yeah,
we're still on a high
yeah.
from the day. So thank you.
Me too. Me too. And then I left Hillsborough and I traveled to Arkansas. And then in Arkansas, I went to, and I was just going to share this with this group because this is all our family here. I went and I have not, like, I was traveling all last week, and then I got on a plane again early this morning, so I really haven't had a chance to be with my team either. But when I was in I drove to DeQueen, Arkansas, and there they had just had a tragedy where a little kindergartner was beaten to death by his stepfather. And they were having a really hard time, as you can imagine. And it was interesting, a hard time, but also in disagreement and conflict about how to handle it. Do you show your emotions? Do you talk about it? Do you let the kids ask questions? And it was a perfect, time for me to go because I saw the Sandy Hook teachers struggle with that as well. And so I was able to, share what I learned having JT go back into the school from 7th to 12th grade. But when I walked, this is what I want to say. When I walked into the school, the principal met me and she said, we sent snowflakes to the new Sandy Hook school. So they had repurposed a school in a different town, and they opened it a week later. They had to paint it. It wasn't being used. And then they opened that, and everybody was saying, what can we do? What can we do? And so they had put out a call for snowflakes. And so probably every school in America sent snowflakes. They had millions of them. So this principal was saying, we sent you snowflakes. They always say, did you get them? So I said, yes, we did get them. And she said, we sent you that after your tragedy, and now you're here after our tragedy. She said, it's love coming full circle. And that really hit me because I thought, isn't that what it's all about? Is just being there for one another. There's the ripple effect, right? They sent love in a ripple and it got to us in Sandy Hook. And sometimes it takes a while, sometimes it's a slow ripple, but that ripple came back to them. And I just thought that was so beautiful. So made lots of friends there, which is really nice. And I thought, when I was there, Alicia, I saw a lot of artwork on the walls for the ripple effect. And it was really beautiful. In fact, I was going along the walls, taking a picture, taking a video, I wanted to take it all in. I wish I had like a videographer that was just there getting it all in. But so beautiful the way that the kids were thinking about what the ripple was and the colors that they used and the context in which they used was really amazing, I thought, as an artist myself. And but I thought I would share a few of these. We've gotten some entries, and I have those on my phone, Alicia, all those pictures, but I haven't downloaded them yet. I don't think I've shared them with the team yet, but I thought I'd share some of these. And then I actually went to Fayetteville, and I met the artist. Well, she's my art instructor that did the painting behind me. And with that, Rick, who is the director of our professional development, actually used AI to bring the ducks to life. I don't know if you saw any of the videos, Alicia. Have you seen the videos? No? Okay, so I did a video that started every week.
Yes, I saw those videos. Yes.
Okay. So
yeah, our teachers watch those, and you're
okay.
talking about the ducks in the background.
Yeah, the ducks that Rick actually made come to life with AI, that the yellow ducks that were swimming around, which I thought was so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, I got to see her and we got our picture taken, and I was going to have that ready for here, but I'm so sorry that I was traveling all day. But I did want to share our, let's see. Sorry about this, guys. Yeah, can you see this? I did want to share a few of the little pictures that we had. So cute. All you need is love.
I could just
Look at
send
that.
your email.
Oh, you can't see, you cannot see. Huh,
No.
that's weird. Okay, because it's up and shoot. I was gonna share that, but I don't know that I'm gonna be able to, you guys. Sorry.
Maybe if you go to
Okay.
the Google Drive and then share your whole screen instead of just a window. That way when you click the image, you'll see them.
Thank you. So I am in the Google Drive and it is up.
Okay, now share your full screen, not just one of the, click the one that says share full screen. on
Okay.
Zoom.
Okay, sorry guys. Thank you, April. April's our tech guru. Mm. Oh, here it is. Okay.
There you go.
Thank you. So cute, cute, cute. Alicia, I don't have yours in here, sorry, yet. But I just love looking at these. Forgiving others. Look at the spelling. I mean, with friends, FRENS. So good, this forgiveness. I wrote an article recently that talked about, forgiving. I think it's going to be in our toolkit. Actually, and by the way, our forgiveness toolkit is coming out next week on Monday. And I just said, gosh, if we understood the art of forgiving, there would be no wars. There'd still be disagreements, but there'd be no wars. There'd be no killing. It would just change everything. I just wanted to share some of these. And Alicia, I was saying, when you talk to, and when I was there, you know what really hit me, Alicia? When we were touring the elementary school and we were talking, and I forget the teacher's name, and I actually stopped in my tracks and asked her to do some videos. And I said, we were saying, what is your favorite character value? Do you remember this? And like each, it was weird. It was almost like it was planned, but it wasn't. There were 4 kids that shared, and they each said the different character value. They each chose a different one, which was amazing. And they were so articulate. I think they were in 3rd grade. And it was all related to friends. It was, well, I like courage because that gives me the courage to approach somebody and to make a new friend. Well, I like gratitude because when you're grateful for friends, you get more friends. I like forgiveness because when you forgive other people, you keep friends. Well, I like compassion in action because when you do things for other people, then you have friends. And that was really interesting to me. And that's never happened before. That relating of each of the character values to actual friends and connections and this sense of deep belonging. I thought that was really, really cool. It caught my attention.
I don't know. That's one thing I think Shay and I both spend a lot of time on. It is connection. And the one thing that we all have in common for sure is school and making friends at school. So probably that comes in with the elementary kids a little bit more.
That was incredible because all of them shared that. And,
Mhm.
this focus on connection, and we know connection is love. And we know the key to happiness per the Harvard University 85-year longitudinal study, longest ever study on human life, is that the key to happiness is relationships and all this focus on connection. So they were linking each of the character values into that connection. And that was, to me, in elementary school, incredible. I have never heard that before. And I'm out there, you know, visiting. And that was really amazing, Alicia, that they're thinking proactively about how they can use the formula to be connected, to stay connected, to enhance their connections. That
Yeah.
to me was mind blowing.
Yeah, it's an important piece.
It's a really important piece.
Mhm.
It's great that you focus on that. And that really came through.
Good.
Oh, this is great. Choose love and the earth and the heart, which by the way is a little bit broken. And then you've got aliens on Mars. Because I mean, where are we going to ripple out to if it extends beyond Earth, right? That's classic. By forgiving, I can talk to somebody in my family. I could learn some lessons from this second grader. So cute. Letting things go by helping others with good deeds. Choose love. Okay, so those are just some of them, but I just wanted to share that. And we have Stephanie Tucker that's come on with us now. Hey, Stephanie, I don't know if you want to say hello.
Hello, how are y'all doing? It's so good to
Good,
see
how are you? Good to see you. So we're just kind of doing a little wrap up, and I was talking about my trip last week to Hillsborough with Alicia here, and how wonderful that was, and what all they're doing with the ripple effect and everything out there in Texas as one of our certified schools. That was really exciting. Oh, Stephanie, right. How you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Oh my gosh, good. And we had fun at dinner.
Yes. Yes,
Yes,
you did.
yes, yes. Ah, good to see you.
You too.
I had
So
such
glad
a
to see
good
you
time.
last week.
Yes, yes. I had such a good time. And I've returned from Choose Love Heaven,
AKA Hillsborough.
AKA Hillsborough. It's really true. Yes. So good to see you. Thanks for joining us.
Yes, ma'am. I'm so glad to be here.
Yeah. So we have a lot of family here. You guys are 2 teachers, but we've got ambassadors from all over the country. Um, and we've got a lot of Choose Love people too, just coming on here. Is Rick on here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Hey, Rick.
Hey.
You want to talk about some of the new workshops that we have coming up?
Yeah, definitely. You made me turn on my camera, huh? All right.
Yeah, sorry.
All good. All good. No, so we have a bunch of new workshops lined up for folks that have already been through what we call the Basic Six, which is the foundations and the implementation, and then the 4 master classes. So beyond that, we've offered it for a little while. We have a behavior guidance workshop that isn't new, but some people haven't been through that, so we have that available as well. We've
That's
got a
yours. That's yours
yeah,
specifically.
yeah.
So,
So
Alicia and Stephanie, I don't know, do you know Rick? Alicia, you know Rick.
I know Alicia. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I don't know if Stephanie does, but
I've never met him officially, but
okay.
I've seen his name and heard his face and voice on other Zooms that I've watched or workshops I've been a part of.
Okay, cool. Yeah, all right. Great. Okay. So he's the director of professional development, coaching, ambassadors, a little bit of everything. And now
Yes, ma'am.
schools are requesting Rick over me to present, which is great. That's how wonderful he is. He's amazing.
Nice to meet you, Rick.
Good to meet you, Stephanie.
Sorry.
So yeah, no, yeah. So we got that. I'm excited. We have a new team building workshop that you can get in a 3-hour or a full day, 6-hour kind of thing. If you're looking to build your team, we have a workplace workshop put on by our Florida ambassador, Pam Kisoyandal. And she's going to be it's a program called True Colors, which really delves into what's everybody's individual style in looking at the world and how the world occurs to them and how that affects the team. So that's a brilliant. The Choose Love team got a preview of that one, so we understood a little better how we all work together. And then we're super excited. Lisa Swain, she's from Scarlett. Where's she from? Is she from Connecticut?
She's from Connecticut. Yeah.
Okay, she has a new one for early childhood educators. So those of you that have pre-Ks or have contacts at local preschools, definitely aiming to work with the younger kids. So we have that online. Shannon
And
has a new
can
work.
I add something?
Yeah,
Can I
go.
add something about Lisa Swain? Lisa Swain actually wrote our infant toddler pre-K programs. And she's a longtime early childhood development specialist. She's a professor. She is the person that the state of Connecticut had travel all over the state, helping teachers, training teachers. She created methods and models for the state. She's the one that wrote that part of our program. And so she's retired. And so we're really happy that she's come back to, she loves Choose Love, and she's come back to give that workshop now. And actually this year, we're going to bring that part of our programming forward, because we really have not focused at all on that. And most people don't even know that we have it. Like Alicia and Stephanie, if you guys have daycares there, or you know what I mean, I would, if you want to, I always tell teachers, if you do, print off the program, or at least introduce it to them and tell them it's no cost, because those are the kids that are coming into your classrooms. Go ahead, Rick, sorry.
Oh, yeah, no problem. In fact, I don't know, I have to ask April for permission, or if I can just share this, if I can find the share button. We're working on our new workshops page. It's not live just yet, but it does have some of the workshops. So I hopefully I can share some of those. But this is what it's going to look like. We have our fundamental workshops here, like we talked about, foundations and the implementation of best practices and masterclass series. And I think almost everybody on the call has been through one or more of these. And then the advanced workshops, the team building workshop is up, and then there's Pam's True Colors, personal awareness and success workshop. One of the other ones we're proud to do, and this is Pam's sort of area of expertise, is advocacy for special needs kids. And so she'll be doing a workshop on Choose Love and how that intersects with the advocacy for special needs kids. And then self-care, we got a new one. Pam is going to do that in a lunch and learn style, where you get to spend 15 minutes at lunch learning about self-care for educators as well. And Lisa's will be up. And then also the one I'm really excited about, Shannon, is, if you know Shannon Desolet, she is going to be doing one called the Nervous System Reboot, which is really a deep dive self-care workshop. I'm excited to see that one. And I know that Dee Dee and Shannon have also been working on one with student voice as well, leadership and student voice. And so that will be coming online soon too. So we want to make sure everybody knows we have these advanced workshops as well, all based in the Choose Love philosophy. So that's where we are with the workshops, but it's looking and feeling pretty good.
That page looks fantastic. I'm really excited about that. And then we have some other ones that are going to be rolling on as well, with some other people that are going to be giving workshops through us. So we're really excited about that. And so expanding that, because we've had a lot of schools that have been through all our workshops. We also have schools that redo the workshops every year. Even with like, because there is some turnover, but there is some repetition there too. So that's pretty cool as well. Thank you, Rick.
No problem. And it should mention too, like next Tuesday, I believe it is the 4th of March, we're doing a free webinar sort of to preview the main ideas of the behavior guidance workshop. So that's going to be totally free, 45 minutes of free learning. Come stop by. And we will have information going out via email, via Daily Dose, and on the website as well. So that's coming up next Tuesday. So mark your calendar. Seems to be the favorite national time is 7 o'clock Eastern, because that way we can include everybody from Hawaii out to our furthest North American ambassador who lives in Nova Scotia. So that's why we picked the time. But that'll be happening on Tuesday.
Oh, great. And April actually put that link in the chat. So if you guys are interested in signing up, do that.
You guys could be
And
the
pass
first
this
to
on.
sign
Yeah,
up
it's
if it hasn't gone out yet.
Oh,
totally free. So pass this on to all the educators you know that would like to spend 45 minutes changing their thinking on behavior guidance.
and by the way, I'll point out, if you look at April's name, April is part of the Choose Love team, and she has orange, green, gold, and blue behind her name. And that is because those colors are associated with her personality. And that is the True Colors training, which is a fantastic kind of personality trait training, and you learn a lot about yourself. It comes with a little booklet and cards, and it really helped our team. You know, we've done DISC before quite a while ago. And I think that even more, like more than DISC, which is a little bit dry, if you guys have ever done that kind of personality test, the True Colors is really fun. And Pam Kissendahl, who is a relatively new ambassador from Florida, she's actually on the board of MAS Charter, and MAS Charter is one of our certified schools. She did a really great job. And so, yeah, that's really fun. So fun things, fun, kind of diverse, different workshops coming up. Really fun. Does anybody else have anything to share before we go? Rick, do you want to say just a little bit about your coaching?
Yeah, no, we still have the choice moment coaching, which is pretty cool. It allows us for a deep dive into bettering ourselves, really. And let me see if I can share. So right now, one of the schools that has started their Choose Love is Spalding Academy up in New Hampshire. And for every group, so you can sort of see, and Dee Dee, I'm sorry I didn't have your group's word cloud up, but one of the things that we do when we start is we all create a word cloud together about what we want to get out of coaching and what we want personally, what words we think of. And so here is the one from Spalding. So they created this word cloud about what they wanted to really focus in on in terms of choice moment coaching and being a better Choose Love teacher. So coaching is open for all educators. I know Hillsborough, I know Alicia, we still need to set up a time to start you guys, because that is one of the benefits of being a Choose Love school, is getting 12 rounds of coaching. So you know, I love doing it. I love seeing the transformation and all of the cohorts that have gone through. Just seen some amazing like aha moments, and it's just beautiful. And I will say too that when I first heard about coaching, I was a little suspicious. And then I joined a coaching group, and that has been the one thing that changed my life. Just after going through coaching, I was like, this is the way to do it. And you know, and I still have 3 coaches out there that I attend their groups weekly, and get private coaching from them as well. It's funny because you think about all these sports stars like Tom Brady or Simone Biles or all these greats, and the one thing they have in common is they all have a coach. And I've always wondered, you know, why is it they get coaches but teachers don't? And I think teachers really benefit from this, and it's wonderful. So that's a little bit about coaching. So there we have it.
Thank you, Rick. And thank you for sharing that. Is it okay that I took a picture of it?
Yeah, it's fine.
Oh, because that was amazing. And the words that were in it were amazing. The intention that was set was amazing. And I know that, I mean, I've heard the feedback from your coaching groups, and it's phenomenal. People get so much out of it. And I just want to share just with the group, just to make sure everybody's, I know our teams heard it, but maybe not Alicia and Stephanie, but you know, Rick is the kind of person that you know, he just went to Spalding in New Hampshire, and that's a school for special needs kids. It's the first orphanage in America. It's 150 years old. But there's some very challenged kids there. And Rick is in the hallway, and a little kid comes up to him and says, "Will you walk me to class?" And grabs Rick's hand. We have this picture. I wish I could share it from the back. And so Rick's walking this little kid to the classroom, and the little kid, you tell it, Rick. It's just precious, please.
No, it was a very touching moment. This kid, grabs my hand, and we walked me back to class, and and Garrett, the director, sort of gave me the go ahead, and he grabs my hand and says, "Walk slow. I've got a lot to tell you." And so, and just and really just sort of unloaded some of the personal trauma he's been through as both parents in jail, and just a hard life for a little 8-year-old dude. And so it's just a testament. If I know that a lot of you are from Texas and other parts west, if you ever get a chance to go to Spalding, you have to check this program out. I've never seen anything like it. It's just so wonderful. It's an amazing school.
It really is. And the principal is so into Choose Love. He's literally transformed that school, and it's everywhere in everything that they do. And they just stand by it. In fact, he wants to be an ambassador and take it on the road. He just wants every school like his to have it, which is incredible. Um, Really amazing. And Rick, that's such a huge testament to you to have a child like that, that's been through so much pain, and that I'm sure has very little trust, very little reason to trust, to grab your hand and to ask you to walk him to class, and then to tell you all of that right off the bat. That's amazing. Really.
I was really touched. I mean, it was really cute. Oh, I did find the picture if you want to see it.
Oh, would love
Maybe-
to. Yes,
Yeah.
thank you.
Sorry, I feel like I'm sharing all over here tonight.
I love
Yeah.
it.
So yeah, so here is, that's our picture there, of little guy just coming up and grabbing my hand afterwards. So that was after we were coming out of the cafeteria for lunch. So I wrote a little blurb on it on the blog, but
Oh,
yeah. So
that's so sweet. Well, thanks, Rick. Thank you for sharing that. And
you're welcome.
thank you so much, everybody coming out. Dee Dee, do you have anything that you want to share? How did your Choose Love Awareness Month go?
Oh, it was good. I just did it with my team.
Yeah.
So we actually on Monday we just talked about the ripple effect. Um, so we were just really just sharing our experiences with that, which was good. And we're going to carry that over to our next meeting on Monday, because people were still kind of trying to percolate and figure stuff out with the ripple effect. But I do want to share, I was at Spalding Academy with Shannon and Rick, and it was, I think, a smile didn't leave my face from the time we walked into the door until the time we left. And that was a long time period. It was like 10:30 to, I don't know, 3 or something. Um, so there were so many grateful moments. Number one, to see and meet Rick in person. Was able to attend the master class for forgiveness twice. He presented there, and so that was amazing. And just to be in the presence of those students there, and just Garrett with what he has done with Choose Love. It was just an amazing day. And you know, it's not surprising to me that that little boy actually latched on to Rick, because having met him in person, I've been on the coaching and, on all these calls, but Rick, I hope you don't mind me saying, he has just this demeanor that's just this very calm, gentle, way about him, and it's just not surprising that that little boy, walked up to him and did that. So, but that whole day was just amazing to see what they do at Spalding, and just kind of spurred me on to try to keep on doing, to do more in the state with the early childhood piece and everything. So much gratitude to, and Rick had this great gift, a little container of rocks from New Mexico, which I'm surrounded by, crystals and stones in here, but in my work office, I also have them. So I brought them there, and all of my office mates were very jealous because we're all rock people. But I think there's enough to share there. So yeah, so that was really amazing. And there's just so many things just coming up, and so just always grateful to be a part of this movement, and all that. So thank you all.
So yeah,
Yeah.
so just a note, if you meet me, you're gonna get some rocks, because this is actually a plot from my wife. She said, you got to get all those rocks that are in the garage out of the house.
You
Just
be happy.
kidding, honey.
I actually
And the
brought my rocks
kitchen
to
and
Florida.
the shelves and the bedroom and the desk and
You know why I love that so much, Rick? Because that's what Jesse did. Jesse collected rocks and shells. He called them beautiful rocks and shells. And we would take, so, we're 45 minutes from the beach. And literally, my memory of him is walking along the beach, picking up all these beautiful rocks, and he'd put them in his pants until his pants would fall right off of him. So we'd bring bags and stuff. And literally, if you come to my farm, we'd take the bags and we'd dump them out in the garden beds and everything. So I have tons. It's kind of weird. You'd think, oh my God, was this underwater? Because there's so many shells and rocks, and they're all, they're the white and the pink, and they're just really specially picked, all of them, and some of them by Jesse, which is really nice. So I love that you guys have that in common. And the last thing I wanted to say was that Alicia and Shay and Stephanie and the people at Hillsborough, there's like this network, and they share, with other schools, and Shay and Alicia have been to Waxahachie, and they've hosted other schools. I know they had other schools that were planning on coming in to see what they're doing with Choose Love, and I love that, helping each other, that network beyond, that you do as well, Dee Dee. I just really appreciate that, and I just appreciate all of you. Thank you all so much. And Lori, thank you so much for coming on. And she and I were going back and forth, and Lori's like, what else can I do? I want to do more. I'm in Connecticut. So we're reaching out to our state politicians that aren't reaching back out to us, but we'll figure it out. And just so grateful for everybody on this call. Thank you. It was a great Choose Love Awareness Month. Really fun doing the ripple effect, and being just for myself as well, what I learned about it and thinking about it. And I say we all extend it. Let's all extend the ripple and keep focusing on it, because it is making a difference. It really is. And it's rippling out to other areas too. We've been invited to one of the top corrections conferences in the country in the year. And so there are directors from all over. And so to think that Choose Love is rippled out from schools all the way to corrections, pretty amazing, this universal language and formula. So we're going to keep it going with your all's help. This is a movement, and that's really what creates and sustains the ripple, is all of you. So grateful for you all. Thank you. And I truly love each and every one of you, from my heart to yours. Thank you so much. Thanks for joining us.